Welcome. Today we delve into the intriguing intersection of the brain and alcohol. Our topic? 6 effects of alcoholism on the brain. Alcohol, the often celebrated yet potentially destructive substance, affects the brain in diverse and profound ways. The impact of this substance is not uniform, oh no, it varies depending largely on factors such as the amount imbibed and the duration of drinking. From subtle changes in mood to severe cognitive impairment, alcohol weaves its influence deep into the fabric of our brain, altering our thought processes, our behavior, and ultimately, our lives. But how does it do this? What are these effects, you ask? Well, hold on to your hats, folks, because in the next few minutes we will explore the 6 profound ways alcoholism impacts our brain. First on our list, alcohol interferes with brain communication pathways. Now, what does this mean? Picture your brain as a bustling city, with messages constantly zipping back and forth along communication highways. When alcohol enters the scene, it's like a sudden, heavy fog rolling in, disrupting this smooth traffic flow. The result? The brain can no longer send clear signals, leading to changes in mood, behavior, and physical ability. You've probably seen this in action, maybe even experienced it yourself. The euphoria, the uninhibited laughter, perhaps even the drowsiness, or worse, loss of consciousness. These are all signs that alcohol is meddling with your brain's communication pathways. But remember, these effects aren't just temporary disruptions. Over time, these changes can become more permanent, affecting how the brain functions even when alcohol is not present. As we can see, alcoholism disrupts our brain's normal functioning, altering our consciousness and behavior. Moving on to the second effect, alcohol can increase aggression and reduce inhibitions. The fascinating yet concerning aspect of this is that alcohol doesn't exactly create aggression out of thin air. Instead, it intensifies pre-existing emotions and feelings, escalating them to levels that can lead to violent behavior or risky actions. And this isn't just about aggression. Alcohol also has a notorious reputation for reducing inhibitions. It's like removing the brakes from a speeding car. You might feel free and exhilarating at first, but the danger is imminent. This lowering of inhibitions can lead to poor decision-making, engaging in risky behaviors, or even stepping into violent territories. It's like alcohol puts on a mask of freedom and courage, but beneath that mask, it's nothing but a puppeteer, manipulating our actions, often leading us down paths we would usually avoid. And when the effects wear off, we're left dealing with the aftermath of our actions, often filled with regret and remorse. This makes it clear that alcoholism can drastically change our behavior, often leading to regrettable actions. Thirdly, alcoholism is a common cause of sleep disorders. Imagine a night when you desperately want to sleep but your brain just won't let you. That's what alcohol can do. It can lead to insomnia, making it difficult for you to fall asleep or stay asleep. It might seem like a good idea to have a nightcap to help you drift off, but it's a double-edged sword. Alcohol can also cause nightmares, turning your peaceful slumber into a horror show. And then there's sleep apnea, a condition where you repeatedly stop and start breathing while you sleep. This can lead to a cycle of fatigue and depression, as your body and mind don't get the rest they need. From this, we learn that alcoholism can rob us of our much-needed rest, leaving us physically and mentally drained. Our fourth point revolves around addiction and the brain's reward center. You see, alcohol has a tricky way of interacting with our brain's reward system. When we drink, it prompts the release of certain chemicals, including dopamine. Now, dopamine is a neurotransmitter that is heavily involved in the experience of pleasure and reward. It gives us that warm, fuzzy feeling when we do something we enjoy. In the context of alcohol consumption, this means that every time we take a drink, our brain is essentially showered with dopamine, creating a sensation of pleasure and satisfaction. This is where the addiction comes in. Our brain starts associating alcohol with pleasure and reward, creating a powerful urge to drink again. Over time, this can lead to a cycle of addiction, where we crave alcohol to stimulate that rewarding dopamine release. Clearly, alcoholism can hijack our brain's reward system, making it difficult to quit. Fifthly, we look at the long-term effects of alcoholism on cognition. Over a prolonged period, alcohol abuse can have severe consequences on our cognitive abilities. It's like a slow but steady erosion that leaves the landscape of our minds completely altered. One of these harrowing effects is alcohol-related dementia, a condition that compromises memory, learning, and other cognitive functions. It's a jarring reality to confront, but it's crucial to be aware of it. Additionally, alcoholism can lead to general cognitive impairment. This means the ability to think, reason, and remember can be significantly affected. It's not just about forgetting where you left your keys, it's about struggling with tasks that were once second nature. So imagine trying to navigate through life with a continually foggy and disoriented mind. It's like driving in a heavy downpour without windshield wipers. It's scary, dangerous, and it's a reality for many people battling alcoholism. This shows us that prolonged alcoholism can have devastating effects on our cognitive abilities. Last but not least, alcohol can worsen depression and anxiety. Alcohol, known as a depressant, has a profound effect on the brain's intricate systems and mechanisms. While it might initially seem like a social lubricant, helping individuals loosen up and feel more relaxed, it's a bit of a Trojan horse. In the long run, it can amplify feelings of sadness, stress, and anxiety, especially for those already battling these disorders. This is because alcohol interferes with the brain's neurotransmitters, the messengers responsible for our emotional state and mood. It disrupts the delicate balance, often leading to emotional volatility and instability. Moreover, alcohol's impact on sleep patterns can contribute to feelings of fatigue and low mood, pushing individuals further into the clutches of depression and anxiety. The irony is that while some people may turn to alcohol to cope with their mental health issues, it often ends up making things worse, creating a vicious cycle that's hard to break away from. Therefore, alcoholism can exacerbate existing mental health conditions, adding fuel to the fire. We've covered the 6 effects of alcoholism on the brain, a sobering topic indeed. Let's take a quick trip back through what we've discussed. We began by understanding how alcohol interferes with brain communication pathways, leading to feelings of euphoria, passing out, or even loss of consciousness. Then, we discussed how alcohol can increase aggression and reduce inhibitions, often resulting in risky behavior or violence. We also touched on the sleep disorders that alcohol can cause, such as insomnia, nightmares, and sleep apnea. These disorders can lead to fatigue and depression, further complicating the individual's condition. We delved into the addictive nature of alcohol and how it affects the brain's reward center, releasing dopamine and other chemicals that produce pleasurable feelings. This addiction makes the journey to recovery a challenging one. The long-term cognitive impairment caused by alcohol abuse was our next point of discussion. This can lead to conditions like alcohol-related dementia, a devastating consequence of prolonged heavy drinking. Lastly, we discussed the fact that alcohol, as a depressant, can worsen depression and anxiety. This is especially significant for those already prone to these conditions. Recovery from alcohol abuse often involves medical intervention. Programs such as medically monitored detox, residential programs, or intensive outpatient programs can provide the necessary support. The journey might be tough, but the destination is worth it. We would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about these effects of alcoholism on the brain? Do you have any stories to share? Your insights could help others. Thank you for tuning in today.